Welcome to Brown's Neighborhood, where Daniel Butchie Brown is the host. Well, we back to Brown's Neighborhood podcast. Believe it or not, I got my niece back.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, Lord, calm down, young lady, calm down. She done graduated, She done left middle school. She done made it to high school. She done got a little more vibrant, so y'all watch out. She ain't in the ninth grade yet, but she have been to summer school.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was a new challenge for you. But let me ask a question. Back in the first interview, we was talking about the Onward Scholars Program. Miracle, what happened with the update on that?
Okay, the update on the Onward Scholars Program.
Yep.
Woo. It was an experience. It was such an amazing experience, being that I got the opportunity to share my voice, participate in interviews, and grow as a person. So this was somewhere the Onwards program got me like the experience to be able to share my opinions with others, to meet even like students like myself, to that want to achieve like high success. I got to meet others that can relate to my dreams and aspirations in life. So that was something that inspired me, that I was just like, oh wow, I'm not the only one out there who wants to achieve something special and be something in life. Wow. So that really left an impact on me. And just being there and being in the Onward Scholars Program, being even a candidate to be, just looked at, that meant something to me as a person. Wow. And how I've grown. And just to touch bases, out of the 4 schools that I applied to, I got brought the opportunity of Onward through Sacred Heart High School, located in downtown LA.
Well, let me ask a question. I didn't want to interrupt, but what made you decide not to go to Sacred Heart and to go to St. Mary's over in Inglewood? What made you make that decision?
Okay, so St. Mary's is an amazing school, like academics, sports, everything, amazing. But the problem is that the distance, like I stated before, it's in downtown. And it's the drive, it's a long drive, the distance. So I had to kind of think, I had to consider this. How would it affect me? My grandma has to drive me and my sister to school. There's 2 different locations of schools now. We're going to separate schools. So how would this affect my family? Would this cause more help than harm? It wasn't really, I don't know, it wasn't really accessible. It wasn't something that was going to work. It would cause more harm, whereas it would help me, with school. So I had to really think about this. This was something I had to think about, especially with the Onward decision. Onward.
So let me interrupt again. The Onward Scholarship Program, you did get picked and you could have took that.
Yes.
And they was going to pay a significant amount for that scholarship.
Yes.
And you turned down that money. Well, it's money, so somebody else is going to pay for it, I'm sure, right?
Yes.
And with that happening, you decided to turn it down and tell your village they're going to have to come up with some money. Because that's what happens,
Yes.
You wanted St. Mary's, and so you got a family that love you. And so you and your mother had to come to some decisions.
Yes.
And y'all decided
on St. Mary's Academy.
Wow.
Yes.
So now tell me this. Going up to St. Mary's, choosing St. Mary's, and now going to summer school, how was that?
Well, summer school, it was amazing. I felt like just even being brought with summer school is an amazing experience because you get to see the campus head on. Because being that I'm going into 9th grade, it's something new. It's a new environment, it's a new place. And just being brought with the opportunity to get to see the school head on, getting a better view on academics. What do they bring academically? Getting an experience and getting head on with the staff, getting to know staff, because there's going to be many people I'm going to have to know and communicate with, and especially my classmates. I'm going to have to know, oh, how is St. Mary's Academy as a student body, you know, as a whole. And during this time, these 2 weeks, it may seem like a short amount of time, but during these 2 weeks and like 7 hours I was up there throughout the weeks, it really helped me as a person and view the school for who the school truly is. And the school itself, I feel like St. Mary's Academy, they do their best to provide their students with an academic success. They said that 100% of the graduates proceed to go to college. 100%. That's very meaningful and significant because everyone is taking charge of their education. They're moving on to the next level.
Right. So let me ask a question. In those 2 weeks, any challenges?
Challenges?
Yeah. Did you have any challenge in those 2 weeks of school that you can think that happened?
Yes. I feel like a challenge that I experienced is in my math class. We had different classes throughout the summer program. There was math, SMA 101, where you learn about the school, and there was also acting class also, and then you had leadership, 4 classes. So in my math class, we had a diagnostic test. The diagnostic test is a test to see where you are in math and how they can help you prepare for your freshman math class. Or do you need a different math class? Are you more advanced than you need to be? So we took the diagnostic test. This is, let me mention, this is fresh out of summer. Everyone's fresh out of summer. No, everyone's fresh in summer, you know? You come back and you're immediately brought to a math test, a math diagnostic test. This is just to see where you are. I took the test and I ended up getting a 36%.
36.
36. And you know, it may have been like, oh wow, 36. That's not really that good, but
any other kids get 30-something?
Yes, many kids were aiming. Some got 7%, 10%. You know, but I didn't really. I don't know what I never really thought of it as like, oh wow, that depicts me. That takes away who I am as a person. No, I didn't really think of it like that. I thought of it as, okay, I got a 36%. I can do better. I know I can do better. So I took matters into my own hands. I went studying at home. I studied every day so that I can re-remember this, re-review this math and go over it in my head.
So let me ask you a question. You studied every day.
Yes.
Who gave you that drive to study every day? Was it just in you to do it? Was anybody pushing you like your mom?
Yes. I would say my family pushes me to do it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And including myself as well, because I know that I want this. I want this very badly.
Right.
I want to be able to say, I did it. I accomplished this. I accomplished that. I want to accomplish goals, meaningful goals, significant goals. And being able, knowing that studying and taking time to yourself and going over material gets you to the place where you need to be, a place where you dream of having success and buying the things that you want in life and being able to live comfortable. If I know studying is a resource that is very valuable and gets you to that place, then I know that I have to push myself to do it.
So what was the outcome of all this studying you did?
Okay, so the outcome of my studying, actually, we took another diagnostic test. This is the second one. And they brought the paper out to us. And this was just, our teacher actually, over the span of a week, you had time to study. And she went over the material that was actually on the test, the first test. And she said, okay, I'm going to review the assignments with you, but you yourself, you need to take time at home to study because that's the only way it's going to help you out. And I took time to myself and I studied. I make sure I went over the material. And then for the second test, we took it. We had a spare sheet of paper, the material, the test itself was on the other side, and I was just doing it. I looked over everything. I said, okay, I didn't even think much. I just said, okay, I studied for this. I said my prayer the night before. And I came to school and I did it. Boom, boom, boom. I was doing it quickly. And I was like, okay, quickly. But once I was done, I had like 15 minutes more of the test and I was done. I was finished. And I looked back, I used those 15 minutes. I said, okay, let me look back. Maybe I was rushing too quick. Maybe I was rushing and I just wanted to get done. So I went over it. I took my spare sheet of paper and I looked over what I was doing. Did I multiply correctly? Did I do the procedures correctly? Did I do what I needed to do to earn the correct on the test? And so I looked back on the test sheet and I just went over everything. And before I knew it, bing, 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 the timer was done. She said, everyone, okay, here's your worksheets. And she took them. And then this was on a Thursday, by the way. And then the next day, this was the last day of school. The next day on a Friday, she was like, okay, here's your test. She passes them out. And then once I give my test, I was just like, please let me improve. I looked down on my test and I ended up getting an 84%.
84. Hold on a minute. You got a 36 on the first one. 36 and 36 is 72. You went another 12 points over what doubling it is.
Yep.
What did you do the night before?
Study. And I prayed as well.
That's what I'm talking about. You had a double combination going.
Double.
Prayer and studying. Boy, these grown folks going to have to get some of that. Grown folks, they need to see this. Didn't nobody tell you to say prayer. You say the night before, I prayed. Ooh-wee. Girl, I don't know where you're getting it from because I ain't in your household. I don't know if your mama doing no prayer like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got it somewhere. I hope your little sister can get it. Her name Faith. You got the right name, but that's your little sister, Faith. So I hope she have a whole lot of it because she pulling the rear. But you prayed and you studied and you got an 84.
Yes.
Wow. We're going to talk about something else. I don't want to run these people crazy. Just a minute, everyone. I want to become a nurse practitioner.
Yes.
Something that stood out to me about St. Mary's in that health career pathway. What was it?
Health careers pathway?
That St. Mary's, what stood out, which is phenomenal? Something must have happened at the school that brung something out about that. Did you meet anybody that was a nurse practitioner or something?
No, I didn't meet anyone that was a nurse practitioner, but there's actually a story to it. There is a story.
Well, give me the story.
Okay, so we went to Michael's uniform. This was like before I had to go to summer school. And in order to attend the summer school, you need to buy a uniform.
Okay.
So we went to Michael's uniform, and the man actually, I don't know if he owns the store or not, but the man said, oh, what do you want to be? I said, I want to be a doctor. I didn't say which type, but I said I want to be a doctor. And he looks at me and he says, oh, my daughter is a doctor. She's a traveling nurse practitioner. I said, oh, wow, that's cool. And he said, she actually went to St. Mary's Academy. And I said, oh. And then he says, she is a nurse practitioner, right? And her monthly wage, how much she makes in a month, is $6,000. So each month, she's making $6,000 as a nurse practitioner.
That's not very much. You sure it ain't $12,000?
It might be $12,000. I don't know. It was somewhere in the range. I said, oh, it stuck out to me. I was like, okay, I want to be. I seen the nurse practitioner. You know, I saw pediatrician, nurse practitioner. I had a little list. I was thinking about, probably like 3, and then I was just looking through them. And I was like, oh, they make that much? I just named the price, 6,000, but it might be 12. It might be 12.
When you become a doctor, boy, the numbers do jump up. So
yes,
it had to be up in the 12 to 15 range. But don't you start thinking about that bread yet, which means money. You stick to that education. You think that's going to pay off later. So now you done went to school. Anything happened at the school, you might can't even think of it, but your mother told me something. How many kids got recognized?
Recognized. Okay, so at the end, the last day of school, they gave an award ceremony. So I'd say because there was different award ceremonies. Sometimes your name got called. They recognized students who got called up, right? But they also had a separate thing where they gave actual certificates.
What
So-
was the certificate for?
The certificates were for different aspects. So you can show respect. I got one for showing respect. You can show respect, embracing challenges. What else? Being a belle, showing qualities of being a belle. That's what they're called.
What is-
It's called at St. Mary's Academy. The girls are called belles. That's the mascot. A belle.
Okay.
That's what you are. So you can be recognized for showing belle qualities, like showing how the school embodies their quality as a whole. There was just different aspects everybody got up
How
there.
many did they give out?
I'd say they gave out like, so there's 5 different categories, I would say. So I'd say they called up like 3 girls for each one, so 15?
Right.
15 probably.
And how many girls is there out of the 15?
There is 75 girls.
75.
Yeah.
Is these all new students?
All new students.
Y'all new to the system.
New to the system.
All 75 of y'all.
All 75.
Boy, ain't there something? 75. 15 get picked in these categories. Mm-hmm. Well, did your name pop up?
Yep. I was actually the last one. Last one. I was the last one.
Last one.
Yeah.
We done called 14 of them. We got one left.
Yep.
Boy, you acting like I'm in the sports. It's like Tom Brady. He was the last one to get picked. But boy, was he a jewel, I tell you. You give Tom a shot, Tom came through big, boy. Tom changed some things. And they call your name.
They called my name.
Miracle Scott.
Miracle Scott. No, the last. Okay, now we're presenting the award to the last bell. We have for showing respect, Miracle Scott. Everybody yelling, clapping, and then right after we get to go home. So I was happy. I had my award in my hand. Look at my award. When I got in the car, I was happy.
You
Yep.
accomplished something.
I accomplished something.
Wow, I'll tell you, boy, look, that's just part of what's going on in summer school. She done got out of Essentia. Essentia might only got 75 kids or something. Now she get over to St. Mary's, just the ninth graders is 75. Boy, I'm gonna have to pray for her because when she get in there and all them 10th graders, 11th graders, and 12th graders, and it's already 75 ninth graders, you better get ready, baby.
I'm getting ready.
Yeah, you ready? Well, you better keep studying. They got you studying over the summer?
Yeah.
What they give you?
So they gave us. So we actually have a ELA assignment, 9th grade ELA assignment, but that's for all the years. If I'm a sophomore, you're gonna have a ELA summer assignment. If you're a senior, you're gonna have an ELA summer assignment. They want your brain
What
to be
is
young.
a ELA?
English language arts.
Okay, all right.
It's basically English class.
Boy, you got these initials rocking already.
Yep.
Boy, I'm listening to you naming off initials and everything. Boy, Faith, you better get ready, baby. You the little sister, you better get ready. You better start. I don't know what you're going to have to do, because, boy, don't worry about it, though. She's setting the bar kind of high. You just jump as high as you can get, because she running. Huh? Miracle Scott is running. I'm going to let y'all know that's my niece, my great niece. So if she just a product of the old, Browns, she going to be something else. She already done really passed me up educationally. You can beat your uncle, boy, reading all that other stuff. Boy, look here. I might got you in a few areas, but you sure picking up steam. Hang in there. Get ready for this 9th grade year. I'm glad you came back on just to give us an update. And later on, we gonna want another update.
You'll get one.
Yeah, see, you setting an example for somebody. You coming on Brown's Neighborhood Podcast. I think I might even look a little different than the first time you came on the podcast. I was a little, I was beginning a little rusty, Now I'm kind of getting my groove a little bit. But I got a lot of learning to do too. So I just want to say thank you for coming on the Browns Neighborhood Podcast. This is Miracle Scott, y'all. She's really trying to excel. 9th grade. Went to summer school, accomplished a few things. Knew her mother riding her, but her mother ain't even done that much education and stuff, so I don't know. But she a good mom, I can tell you that. She 100 on that part right there. She called me and tell me she need hey, be knocking on my door. Came by one morning so early I wasn't even up yet. But that's my niece, and that's my great niece there. So we family, Family is important. That's what I always say. Family is important, but you can't let them mess you up now. Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right now. So we going to call it a night. Miracle, congratulations.
Thank you.
Did you tell the people when you graduated from Essentia, what did you get from Essentia?
Oh, when I graduated from Ascension, I was honored as valedictorian of the class of 2025.
Is that right?
Yes.
Boy, look at here. I don't know how she got that. It ain't but 1% of them. Lord help her. Now, Faith, you there by yourself. Yep, there you go. You better hold it down, too. So, thank you again for coming on Browns.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. And I love you.
I love you, too.
Wow. Until next time, we're going to thank God. She already said the key word. She praying. I don't even know how she got all that going on, but you keep praying, baby. That's all I can tell you. Keep praying, keep God in the head of your life, and you're going to go places that you ain't never seen before. I'm trying to tell you. God will take you to heights you ain't never been. Show you things you never seen before. So until next time on the Browns Neighborhood Podcast, thank you and good night.